Without a doubt, this is probably one of the most photographed areas in the natural state. Hawksbill Crag, or Whitaker Point, in the upper portion of the Buffalo National River region near Boxley Valley. I've actually rappelled off of here a few years ago for an earlier episode, and we'll begin this week's show here. And then we'll go to near Perryville for the Heifer International Global Village Experience, and we'll close it out with the scenic trout outing along the White River near Calico Rock. So now let's explore the Hawksbill Crag area. Upon entering Boxley Valley, following along Highway 21 north and just after crossing the Buffalo River Bridge, turn left onto Cave Mountain Road, which is unmarked, and at 6 miles you'll come to the trailhead, which is marked by a huge boulder areas in Arkansas. This 1.5 mile trail is ranked medium in difficulty and is well marked with orange triangles. The first half of the trail basically traverses through the upper Buffalo wilderness, and then the second half begins to follow along the top of the bluff line towards Hawksbill Crag. Here, depending on the time of the year, you'll come upon several waterfalls. At first, they'll start out small, but then farther along the trail you can explore some that are 12 feet or more in height. As you get closer and closer to the crag or the point, believe me, you won't have to ask, where is it? It'll be there, smack dab right in front of you with all its glory. Word's Peak outcropping was named Hawksbill Crag by the late Dr. Neil Compton, one of the founders of the Ozark Society, because it does indeed resemble the bill of a hawk. The other name, Whitaker Point, stems from Whitaker Creek, which flows down in the valley. Whatever name you wish to call it, this is a very popular picture-taking location. Newlyweds Jenny and Jason Peters of Springfield, Missouri can attest to that.
This is our third time here at Whitaker's Point, and we was introduced to this place by a couple of friends, Dennis and Holly Enzer, and we like to hike and they like to hike, and we just saw some pictures that they had taken and thought this is a beautiful spot. We have to come here, and we just really enjoy it. It feels like this is God's country, and we just love the pretty colors in the fall. We came here, we're actually on our honeymoon. Jenny doesn't usually dress like this, but we're on our honeymoon and we stayed at Goats Bluff Holler, a very nice cabin off in the woods, and we went to Alum Cove and saw a natural bridge, and we went to Lost Valley and saw some waterfalls as well. It's been great.
So find out what the exhilaration is all about here at Hawksbill Crag or Whitaker Point in the upper portion of the Buffalo National River Wilderness. Just whatever you do, don't forget your camera. For this next segment, we're going to do something a little bit different, simply because of its impact. You know, you really can't understand another person's hardship unless you physically put yourself in their position, which one can do here at Heifer International Global Villages near Perryville. But we must warn you, because you will be transformed, and your understanding of the world and your place in it will change forever.
In this global village, we have 2 of them. We have 6 homes. We have a Guatemala site, Thailand, a refugee camp, Zambia, an Appalachian house, as well as the urban slum. And I think one of the important parts when people come, a lot of times people are surprised that we have a refugee camp or an urban slum, because that's not generally where Heifer would work. But as our goal is to address big issues like world hunger, it's important that we're able to represent different aspects and lifestyles throughout the world. And so when we look at causes of hunger and we look at tough situations that people live in, there's a huge percentage of our population that live in urban slums or that live in refugee camps. So it's important for us that if we're going to accurately look at how do we solve this, that we're portraying all parts of the world, not just where Heifer is currently working.
Whether it's 1 night, 2 nights, or 3 nights, participants experience the daily struggles people in poverty face. This particular stay, 40 students from Drury University in Springfield, Missouri, were about to get an impoverishment reality shocker. First was having to give up their cell phones for 24 hours.
I have to say goodbye really quick.
And then, through a lottery, finding out where they'll be spending the night, including us.
69, 64, 42, 94, 72, 74, and 39. Y'all are our family that's going to be staying in the urban slums tonight.
All right, slums. Here we go. Participants are given very little, as we found out when our resource basket was delivered.
Slum family!
There's no food in there.
It's a challenge, guys. It's a challenge.
At all? Alright, we got rice. Well, we have enough silverware. We got rice.
Yep.
That's good. That's enough for all of us. We got a beautiful village.
When the reality really hit was when everyone arrived at their designated village, or slum as in our case.
Oh. That one seems like it'll be dry.
It's not exactly the writ, but, you know, gotta make the best of it, huh? Those in Appalachia discovered the harsh reality of their situation as well.
We don't have any food.
You don't have any food?
No, we have cooking supplies.
What's that? Is that salt? Sugar. What's up?
It didn't take long for everybody to realize that if they were going to eat this night, everyone would have to pitch in and work together.
For dinner, we're gonna get everyone together combined.
And we can do it at our place because we have 2 different stoves.
We have 2 different places to cook.
And lots of room because we have 2 houses.
Y'all
Who all
got
has
milk?
the food?
It's split up. We have a decent amount.
We
they
don't.
have
We have
potatoes and carrots.
Yeah, we have about this
So
much.
you guys don't have milk?
So we want to pull
we don't
everybody
have milk.
together
We're
so
looking
that
for milk.
everybody
Alright,
gets
that means
like
it's
a
either
little
apple
bit.
apps.
Volunteers stepped up for the cooking chores.
I do it for our group.
Okay. I never cooked a day in my life, so it will not be me for the slums.
Alright, I can cook and I can build a fire.
I
So
will
can
give you a
help.
thumbs up for being a cook if you would like to.
Awesome. Yeah, I can do that. We're gonna make a stew. And we're also gonna make some like scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs for the stuff to make tortillas. What? Guatemala stuff to make tortillas. It's gonna be pretty fancy. I'm excited.
Somebody from every group was supposed to try and help. You know,
We're all just kind of cutting up whatever we can, slicing and dicing.
The other task that was finally conquered after about 2 hours was getting a decent fire going.
We're going now.
There were even tortillas that managed to get made.
Did any of these come with a rolling pin?
Everyone's efforts did pay off.
I'm proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Nice work.
Thanks.
We're still gonna make out.
So, it was time for us to bed down in the slums. All right. A night in the slum, a lesson in life, to say the least. See you in the morning, Michelle.
All right.
The ability in the slums to fix breakfast.
That's looking pretty good.
Yeah, we're gonna take off the heat.
Stick to your ribs oatmeal with raisins and a few scrambled eggs. Not bad for slum cuisine. After breakfast, there were a few final chores that needed to be taken care of, such as brick making.
That chopping really makes some more help. Muscle power. Remember, you gotta watch. Can't always do everything by yourself.
Animal cages also needed to be cleaned. Animals needed and crops needed to be harvested in the Thailand Village Garden. And before we knew it, our 24-hour Global Village experience came to a close with a debriefing session.
All our resources together. I kind of mentioned this to Pre earlier that, like, whenever you guys were talking to us yesterday about, like, there really is enough food in the whole world, but, you know, you guys were talking about that. So we kind of brought everything together to eat.
Which is not always the case in many poverty-stricken areas around the world, and that includes the United States.
I stayed in the Appalachians, which is in the United States, and I was like, and I had a really warm, like, camping sleeping bag, but if someone were to have, like, just blankets, like, they would actually be very cold. And I think in the U.S. we don't understand how lucky we are, and like, around us we're not doing anything about it. Like, we need to look for solutions instead of just, like, looking at problems.
What do you think it's going to affect you now, from now on?
I think it's a very picky eater, and it's definitely going to make me think twice before I complain about food again. I think that it's also going to affect, like, the way I spend money. My friends are using utilities and using other things. I'm going to be like, are you sure you should be doing that? Like, people have nothing and we have all this stuff. Don't waste it.
When we got our resource basket, we had all the materials except for fire and a little bit of rice to feed 7 of us. And it was very slim on what they gave us, and it was pretty difficult, but we kind of all came together and made one big feast. And
What's going to mean to you from this day forward?
Well, seeing how over 1 billion people live in the urban slums, it really changes my view on things and how I could help the communities around me and around the world to resources to hand out different ways and to help Heifer by, you know, just giving our resources and asking them how we can change and go through our school and everything.
It's kind of night, day after day. I guess you thought about that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. You know, when I laid down in my sleeping bag in our hut, it was kind of weird. I was like, well, you know, people do this on a daily basis. They don't know where they're going to end up. One day they could be all the way in a different city where they have nothing. They had to leave everything because the city tore their huts down. Or, you know, they might get lucky and be able to move in with family somewhere. So it was definitely something I thought about.
I happened to be one of the people that chose to be pregnant, and so that was a totally different experience being a college student. You don't think about being pregnant at all, and then putting yourself into this environment of not having any of the necessities that you need to just survive, but the idea that you have another life to take is really difficult. So bringing everyone together really helped solve my problems and other people's problems as well.
As you leave, what are your thoughts, you know, about what we can do about poverty and world hunger?
The thing is to educate people. Education is probably one of the best resources that we have because it's something that you can do so simply. Like, just talking to someone and telling them about your experiences here can influence their life in some way and might make them at least even just think about. And one thing I thought personally is that since I love to go shopping, that maybe you can just shop more and, like, use more local things that'll impact your local environment, and therefore it can impact a more global environment as well.
Last night, and the house, it doesn't have a door. Well, it has a door, but it's just an opening. And the walls aren't solid wood, it's just thin bamboo. And I was laying there at night and I heard these dogs from the other farm, but at night I heard these dogs and I thought, oh my God, these dogs could just come into the house. And I didn't feel secure at all. And people live every night like that. And we'll have electricity, we have food in the morning, that we have you know, a warm place to go, a safe place to go. And that's not guaranteed for a lot of the world's population.
What do you think can be done?
I think a lot can be done. Everything's fixable. It's just a matter of getting education and gaining trust between countries and people and political issues. But it's doable. And for me, I think at the local level, I can start to help and even, you know, save and take what I save and a lot. But compared to them, I have so much.
I was kind of shell-shocked by the experience. It's hard to think that even people like in Appalachia here, but overall I was just, like I said, shell-shocked on the whole experience and how people live, and it's just a problem that really needs to be fixed.
What did it mean to you, even now from this day forward, your thoughts are going to be from day to day?
It's definitely going to hit me more on the local level, like maybe not going as big as starting Heifer or another organization, but it all has to start in a local, like your local life, how I waste food or just waste utilities in general, because staying out in Thailand last night, you know, you don't really have everything, so it's just a big culture shock, and you just gotta be careful and realize that
it's one thing to talk about an issue, to talk about being hungry or cold or having to cook over a fire and do a demonstration, but actually physically getting resources and seeing that you might not have enough to eat that night and having to build a fire, that's just something that's irreplaceable. You can't get that from a video, you can't get that from talking. We went through it for training as well, and it was just mind-blowing to me. So I think nothing could replace it.
I had lived in Africa and gotten to see some of what this is like in real life. And so when I came back from that, was interested in working with Heifer, and it's been a blessing and a joy to do. I mean, you guys went through the program and you saw some of those aha moments that we try to get to with all of our participants. And so seeing them understand that there's a problem and understand as importantly as it is that they can do something about that problem is what makes us get up in the morning and come.
Lessons of poverty firsthand, one begins to understand the complications surrounding hunger and poverty. And then you see your connection in creating change and eventually bringing hope to the now 1 billion worldwide.
With every group that comes, it brings that home. I feel like because we do experiential education and we're connecting people with people throughout the world and with different situations, and when people have an emotional connection to different situations, I think we dig deeper to their own part in how to solve it. And when people spend the night in the village or spend 2 nights in the village, they leave taking away more than just a reading or a chapter in a book. And you know, we get emails and letters all through their universities and who've decided to take some step and some action to help end this problem.
The White River near Calico Rock. We motored away from Lindsay Trout Dock with guide Larry Price for a little world-class trout fishing. Yep, it was a gone fishing day for us, and it did.
We're using a very simple spinner with a hook. Everything we've got on here is artificial. There's no live bait on it. It's just a spinner, you know, just a soft worm type grub, and we're just letting it float on the bottom, letting it float along, and then the fish will pick it up and
pick it up like right now.
Get the hook in their mouth like you've got yours, and we'll catch it.
Now this is a little bit, yeah, not as big as you. Whoa, not as big as the other.
No, we'll let them grow.
So this container over here.
So we take like the little chartreuse power bait that we have on the end here, take that off and put either you know, a piece of corn or a piece of that shrimp, something, a variety, a salmon egg, a red salmon egg, or a pink salmon egg in there, just to give us a little bit of color. And a lot of times it can make a whole lot of difference. It can make a lot of difference.
I thought you had to set aside over here for my lunch later.
In case you get hungry, get lunch on that. We could probably heat some water and have a little shrimp boil.
Other than world-class trout fishing on the White, there are other wonderful opportunities in this area.
Definitely, there's lots of things. My wife and I live about 2 miles from where we're at right now. There's all kinds of hunting, deer hunting, bear hunting, turkey hunting. There's fish in the area that's, besides the White River, we have all kinds of lakes and other small streams, the Buffalo River, but lots of fishing, lots of hunting. There's lots of things in the area. The wife of the year, we go cave spelunking, all right here within 2 to 3 miles of our house. So it's very rich in outdoor activities in this area. I mean, close, just within 4, 5, 6 miles of lots of things to do. But the fishing and the hunting is probably it's my favorite. Of course, I do like to hunt morel mushrooms too. So.
Sounds like we're going to have to come back for those morel mushrooms.
Eagle's nest, lots of eagle's nest that we used just a while ago as we were coming up the river. I got to watch all spring, all summer, the male and the female eagle hatched 3 babies out of that nest, and I got to watch the progression of the whole thing. And there's a house on the bluff back here that has a telescope zoomed in on that nest. So they can tell me the day that those eggs are laid, the day they hatch, and usually after they tell me that the eggs have hatched, then I know the male and the female are going to start bringing food to that nest. And it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat to watch them fly down on the river, catch a trout or whatever they're going to get, but usually it's going to be a trout out of the river, and then watch them fly back up to the nest. And it's a ritual. As you get bigger, you can start to see their heads bob up over the nest, and then a little older, they set up on the edge of the nest, and mom and daddy continues to bring food to them. And then when it's time to leave the nest, here they go. It's a big deal, and along with the little ones, and it's pretty interesting to watch. And then they start to teach them how to hunt. Then you see them up the river, sitting here and there with the mama or the daddy, and the little ones sitting there, and they're teaching them, how to get something out of the field over there, catch a mouse or what have you. So it's pretty interesting to get to watch that.
The numerous side creeks along the White offer their own unique experience. So if you're ever in Calico Rock, check out Lindsay Trout Dock and throw a line into the White River for that lunker trout. And for more on this destination, my blog, or to order a copy of an episode, visit our website, aetn.org/exploringarkansas. And we'll see you again the next time for another exciting adventure on Exploring Arkansas.